point that it is not finished on the cross. For he wanted to make it a point that before he is done, there was an error that Jesus wanted to correct. Because the enemy had access to the place called Eden. Yes. And when the enemy accessed the place called Eden, listen, it was not the devil that went to Eden. It was a snake, a serpent. According to how God created all animals. It was not the enemy. It was not the devil. The devil had no access to the presence of God. No. The devil cannot have access to a place that is saturated with the fire of the Holy Ghost. A place that has got the fire of the Holy Ghost, the devil has got no access there. So it was not the devil that we see in Eden, but it was a serpent. So you realize that the devil used a serpent that had access to the presence of God. Because anytime the snake is coming to the presence of God, it will not be questioned. Because we are used to seeing you, Mr. Snake, in the church. So anytime we see the snake coming in, we are not going to ask you, where are you going? But what are we going to do? We are going to say, snake, you are welcome. And snake had access into the house of the Lord. So you realize that the house of the Lord has been infiltrated by a snake called the serpent. The snake, oh yeah, Jesus. The serpent is not the problem, but the problem is the messenger behind the serpent. So whatever that I preach, I do not attack pastors, but I attack the system that is hiding behind those who are claiming to be sent by God, yet they've got a different assignment and a different agenda. I cannot go live just to talk about men of God and pastors. I've been there, I've seen it all. And I want to give an advice tonight to all those young pastors and young prophets who are trying to rise up in ministry. All those young men of God who are looking up to so many people who are maybe popular and on TV and everywhere, and they say, oh, one day I want to be like them. I want you to know that there is nothing there. There is nothing there, for I've been there and I'm back here. I've been there and I'm back here. The only thing that matters, listen, it is like the fig tree. It looks so good from afar, but the closer you get to it, it is rotten to the core. That is the system that I'm dealing with. I do not have time to attack anybody, but I'm dealing with the system. Let me make this point and make it clear. You might not understand my message today, but I assure you that some years from now, you will go back to all the messages that I have preached. And you will begin to refer to all the messages that I have delivered. You will begin to realize that I was trying to open your eyes to something that you don't see, but you were too ignorant to accept the truth, because you are so brainwashed by the fact that my pastor, for it is all about your pastor, it is not about Jesus. We need to disqualify the pastor from the altar so that Jesus can take his position. We need to take away the prophet from the altar. John says that I may decrease so that he may increase. As men of God, we need to decrease so that Jesus may increase. As men of God, we need to go down so that Jesus may be glorified on the altar.